Hi there, let's take a look at deforestation. Starting with land use cover. As population increases and development continues, the demand for resources increases. Deforestation to meet demands for timber and to clear land for agriculture is a key issue. Demand. Due to population increase and increase in economic development, the demands for resources have increased. Climate change leading to changes in weather patterns has led to an increase in the demand for water sources in some areas. Climate change has also put pressure on food resources. Deforestation, carbon. Deforestation has major impacts on terrestrial carbon stores. Firstly, there is a reduction in photosynthesis to absorb the carbon dioxide. Less absorption of carbon dioxide means a reduction of carbon in the stores and more in the atmosphere. Secondly, the amount that was stored in biomass above and below ground decomposes to release more carbon dioxide. The water cycle. Deforestation leads to a reduction in interception and infiltration. This, in turn, increases surface runoff and soil erosion, leading to an increased risk of flooding. Without the vegetation returning the water to the atmosphere by evapotranspiration, a reduction in annual rainfall can be seen. Afforestation. Vegetation, especially trees, are a particularly significant carbon store due to sequestering carbon through photosynthesis. Afforestation refers to the planting of trees on land that has either been previously deforested or otherwise not vegetated. This instantly counteracts all of the negative impacts of deforestation. Afforestation promotes infiltration and percolation in order to regulate the water cycle. Afforestation also helps promote a reduction in CO2 levels due to an increase in carbon stored and the carbon. Let's quickly recap that. Afforestation refers to the planting of trees on land that has either been previously deforested or otherwise not vegetated. This instantly counteracts all of the negative impacts of deforestation. Let's have a look at an example of deforestation in Madagascar. Deforestation increased in Madagascar during the 1950s to meet the increased demand for tropical hardwood. This deforestation caused the forest to decrease by 2/3 between 1950 and 1985. Now let's have a look at forest loss and forest protection. The amount of forest that is lost is closely related to the current economic development of a nation. The UN's data has shown that only high-income countries, HICs, are seeing an increase in forested land. The annual net loss of rainforest is half that of the 1990s because of an increase in the hectares gained, 3.3 million, between 2010 and 2015. HICs tend to have temperate forest, which is seeing an increase in forested area, while tropical regions have the highest deforestation, which is highest in LICs, low-income countries. Due to the rising demand for them, biofuels like palm oil are being grown in deforested regions. Tropical rainforests, such as that in Southeast Asia, have been deforested in order to form large-scale palm oil plantations. This process leads to massive amounts of carbon dioxide being released into the atmosphere. But what's the human impact of all of this? Palm oil production is required to meet the currently increasing demand. However, local communities, including smallholders and indigenous people, have been forced to migrate due to the impacts. This has economic implications for those who have been previously dependent on the rainforest for their resources and income. For the indigenous population, it threatens their way of life. This has led to over 700 conflicts over land in 2016 between the palm oil industry and other land users. Let's recap all of that. What does HIC stand for? It stands for High Income Countries. Local communities, including smallholders and indigenous people, have been forced to migrate due to the impact of palm oil production. Deforestation leads to a reduction in what, as well as infiltration. It leads to a reduction in both interception and infiltration. This leads to surface runoff and soil erosion, leading to an increased risk of flooding. Which means planting of trees on land that was either previously deforested or otherwise not vegetated. The correct answer is afforestation.